conquered Hanover and Bedford 12-3-1. So here we go. There's going to be some great hockey here tonight.
Face-off, won by Hanover. Puck is flipped into the neutral zone, but Bedford's there to send it back into the Marauder end. Gardner tries to get it up ice. Bedford holds it in, fires it behind the net. Jake San Clemente going into the corner to get it. He gets by him. Goes to the point now. Spencer's shot. A looper is blocked. Another clearing attempt held in by Bedford. San Clemente tries to get around his man, but loses the puck. But he's staying on the forecheck. Here's the centering pass to Sylvain. Couldn't get a shot away. San Clemente with it again. Back to Sylvain. He loses it momentarily. San Clemente with it. Tries to center it. He gets knocked into the boards. We're going to have a penalty right here. A boarding call. Shea Guimont goes to the net. And 15 Woods makes contact for Hanover, brings a whistle, and just 52 seconds into the game, we're going to have a penalty.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 2-minute, not a major. But so Harry, just go over the starting goalies tonight for Hanover. The freshman, number 30, Benjamin Plotner, and in goal for Bedford, number 35, Shea Guimont, the sophomore. So Bedford on a 2-minute power play. Let's see what they can do.
So Lobdell in the face-off, he wins it. Gets it to the point to Hutchins. He's waiting for an opportunity here. Sends it over to Spencer. There's a shot there by Nyland. That's gloved by Plotner. We get a whistle here just 10 seconds into the power play. No score, 13:58 to go here in the first. Face-off will be to the left of Plotner. Lobdell wins the face-off, but it goes by Spencer. He's got to chase it back into the Bedford end. Wraps around the net, now going the other way. San Clemente crosses the blue line, sends it behind the net. He's being checked. Still with the puck. Back to the point to Hutchins. Hutchins sends it across to Nyland. Nyland to Kerr, and his shot. Yeah, actually not Kerr. That was Giroux, and his shot is gloved by Plotner. We'll get another whistle.
Kind of a knuckle puck there by Giroux, and Plotner was able to grab it with his glove.
1:24 left in the power play. Bedford wins that face-off again. Here's Owen Roberto over to Giroux. At the point, sends it down to Sylvain. To Roberto, back up high to Giroux. Sylvain down low to Roberto. Centering pass and scores!
Yeah, that was a nice play. The backdoor pass. That's Bedford's bread and butter right there when they're on the power play. He's sneaking that winger behind the defense and making that nice pass. That's a set play.
Brother to brother, that was Owen Roberto on the receiving end of the Parker Roberto centering pass. So at 13-16, Owen Roberto from Parker Roberto puts Bedford up 1-0.
Power play goal, Harry. So yeah, great little pass, give and go, and nice little pass, Parker to Owen.
So off the face-off, the puck is in front of the Bedford net, and Shea Guimont put the glove on it to get a whistle. 13:02, Bedford up 1-0, jumping on early on a power play. Owen Roberto with the assist from Parker Roberto. Off the face-off, puck is behind the net. Joe Goff for Hanover had it momentarily, but it's along the board now. Comes to the Bedford defense. They send it up now to Kerr. Kerr to Waslak. They lose it and send it back into the neutral zone. Giroux fires it back into the Hanover end. Here's Gardner out of the penalty box, skating with the puck, sends it up the board. Tries to get it up to Goff. They fire it into the Bedford end. Greer with it now for Bedford. Across to Tim Spencer. Up to DeBonville. In the neutral zone, DeBonville still with the puck. Loses it. Vadia can't control it. The puck chips into the Hanover bench, and we get a face-off with 12:09 to go here in the first. Bedford ahead 1-0.
Yeah, so this is a much anticipated game. Obviously, last year this was the championship for Division I. Hanover taking the 2-1 win. Great game. So we're waiting for this all year long, Harry.
On the face-off, Bedford wins it. Puck sent across to Owen Roberto. It's held in there by Goff. His shot,
nice
that
shot.
just goes wide. Rebound there Guimont gets across to get a pad on it. Bailey behind the net for Hanover, centers it. Hits Guimont's stick and he covers it up. We get a whistle now.
Yeah, that was a wicked shot by number 4, Silas Oberton. It was a hard shot and went wide of the net. But you can hear the boards after that puck hit the back of the board, and it made a heavy sound. So
now Charles Plotner, brother of the goaltender, on the face-off for Hanover. But Bedford wins it, sends it up the board to Parker Roberto. His clearing pass is blocked. Now he sends it the other way, goes up the ice. Held in by Obertang. Centering pass, he had a man all alone in front of the net, but he couldn't get a stick on it. That was Charlie Plotner.
Yeah, he just couldn't get the pass right, but couldn't get it on his stick, like you said.
Now here comes Bedford with a chance, 2-on-1. Roberto, shot, saved by Plotner.
Nice save. Nice shot and nice save.
Hutchins gets it across now to Arhad Vadia, fires it back behind the Hanover goal. Up the board now to Woods for Hanover, but it's held in by Sylvain. Sends it down low, too far for Parker Roberto, but held in there by Giroux, or by Sylvain, knocks it back down low. Here's Gardner for Hanover, tries to clear the puck out. Held in once again, Brett Nyland does it, and this time Gardner takes it and carries it out of the zone himself. They fire it into the Bedford end, and the Hanover Marauders make a change. Clearing pass into the neutral zone. Puck is loose along the board, collision right there, and Hutchins kind of gives a shove to number 3, Brendan Brigham.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get anything here. Just the puck went out of play, so a couple shots after the whistle by Hutchins. Extracurricular activity there.
Not liking that contact. 10:37 to play here in the first, 1-0 Bedford up. Hanover comes up with the face-off, and Spencer Law fires it in, sends it up to his man. Brigham, his wrister is knocked away by Guimont. Now Bedford carries it out of their zone. Kerr tries to get it up to Nyland, but it's intercepted by Hanover, fired back. Bedford gets it back and sends it into the Hanover end. Law behind the net. Across to Goff. Long pass, too far for his man. Parker Joyce has it for Bedford, and here comes the Bulldogs the other way. Cam Wozlak had it momentarily, loses it. Puck is loose along the board. Obertang for Hanover carries it out of their zone. Long lead pass broken up by Giroux. In the neutral zone still, trying to come up with possession. Giroux chips it up. Hanover knocks it back into the Bedford end, and Parker Joyce has it. He turns it over, here's a wrister, saved by Guimont.
Had to make the save there, and number 7 for Correa just was right on the doorstep, and lucky that Guimont covered that up because they were right there. So
yeah, the puck got away there from Parker Joyce. An opportunity there to score for Hanover, but Guimont standing tall. Face off now to his right. It comes to the point where Goff fires it wide. Spencer trying to control the puck, but instead it goes right to a Hanover player. A weak shot is knocked away by the Bedford defense. And the puck rolls into the Hanover end. Held in there by Bedford. But Obertang for Hanover carries the puck out of zone. Up to Goff. Goff gets it chipped away. Correa, he's ridden into the board. Gets by one man into the Bedford end. Tries to center it, but that's intercepted by Tim Spencer, and he brings it the other way for Bedford. Off the board now, too far for Will Scott, and that's going to be an icing on Bedford. Puck will come back all the way to the Bedford end with 8:50 to play here in the first, and Bulldogs up 1-0.
So a couple things is that you saw that early, that icing, but they've been trying to do that most of the first period. Is they're trying to set someone through the center ice and get a break in, almost like kind of trying to doing a cherry pick job and coming through the center and get a breakaway. So that's the second time they've done that. First time they've gotten burned on an icing.
Now Seelig for Hanover is going to take the face-off against Lobdell to the left of Shea Guimont. Puck up to the board, held in there by Goff of Hanover. He fires a shot that goes wide. It goes behind the net. Quinn Hutchins there is checked. Trying to control the puck. Sends it up the board. Held in by Rice. He sends it back down low, where Arhad Vadia sends it back up. Held in once again.
It looked like it was out, but
yeah, the officials saying play on. Hutchins now for Bedford. Long flip up to Scott. He gets it up to Lobdell. Here's a chance for a 2-on-1. Shot, score!
Nice goal.
Owen Roberto, his second goal.
Nice pass. Not sure if that was his brother, but
no, that was Lobdell who fed him the.
Lobdell fed him the pass, and he roofed it right on the goalie, and 2-0 Bedford.
So with 8:15 to play here in the first, Dogs are up 2-0 on a nifty 2-on-1. Lobdell feeding the puck to Roberto, Owen Roberto. He gets the second goal of the game.
And that all started with Hutchins just feeding the puck up the ice and causing that 2-on-1. Great job by him to see that and making it happen.
Now here comes Sylvain out of his end. Gets it to Parker Roberto. Back to Sylvain at the face-off circle down low. Centering pass. Tried to get it to San Clemente, but Plotner is there. He covers it up, and we get a whistle here with 7:55 to play, and Bedford up 2-0.
Bedford is all over Hanover right now. They're using their speed, and they're just pushing it up the ice, and Hanover's having a difficult time keeping up with Bedford.
Sylvain on the face-off. Bedford controls the puck, gets it to the point. To Joyce, his shot through a screen, blocked by Obertang. Tries to get it up the board to his partner, Williams. It goes back to Obertang, and he flips it up, but the puck is held in there. No, it finally flips out, and he goes into the neutral zone. Back into the Hanover end with Gardner. Pass across for Woods, too far. And Parker Joyce now with the puck. His shot is blocked, but he comes up with the rebound. Gets it across to Roberto. Can't quite get a stick on it. Now Gardner the other way for Hanover over the blue line. He's poke checked, but it goes to number 3, Brigham. His wrister goes all the way to Guimond. He gloves it, we get a whistle.
Yeah, don't be surprised if there's another goal by Bedford. You see Hanover either make a goalie change or they call timeout to try to get their thoughts back here, because Bedford is really pushing the pace, really forcing the play into the Hanover end.
Yeah.
A little bit of a jump by number 27 there for Bedford, Quinlan Kerr.
Kerr on the face-off there, along with number 6. That's Rowan Wilson for Hanover. To the right of Guimond. Puck is in the face-off circle, still loose. But Kerr gets it behind the net to Tim Spencer. It gets by him and held in there at the point, but here comes Nyland with the puck. A 2-on-1 opportunity here. Kerr, he's at the face-off circle, tried to feed it to Nyland. That gets past him. Now Wozlak down low behind the net, still with the puck, looking for a man to center it to. He's being checked by Obertang. Now Kerr goes into the corner to help out, and finally Hanover comes up with the puck. Obertang carrying it. He's got Laycock with him. He goes to the net, but couldn't get a shot away.
Tried to pass to himself and try to beat the play, but couldn't get over there in time.
Both teams fighting for it along the board. Finally, Tim Spencer comes up with it. He flips it high, and the puck goes into the Hanover end. I'm not sure if this will be an icing.
Not going to make it.
Nope, it was kind of a slow-moving puck. The officials thought that the Hanover player could make a play for it. So here they come the other way. Gardner gets checked. Hutchins takes over, sends it back into the neutral zone, tried to hit Vadia with it, too far. Spencer Law being checked by Mirabli in the Hanover end. Now Mirabli's got it. Covered by Law, still with the puck, trying to get away from him. Leaves it for Vadia. Backhand centering pass intercepted by Hanover, and they break out of the zone into the Bedford end. Held in there. Correa had a chance at it. And number 21, I don't have a 21 on my roster here for Hanover. Puck skips out of the zone. Gardner plays it for Hanover in the neutral zone. Sends it across to number 21. And then they just fired into the Bedford end to make a change. 5:13 left in the first, 2-0 Bedford. Quinn Hutchins behind the Bedford net. Long pass up to Owen Roberto. He makes contact with it. The puck squirts all the way, but I guess he was on the red line.
He was on the other. He was before the red line, so they're going to call it. So everybody doesn't know. Bedford and Hanover did play earlier in the year, Harry. They played in the Christmas tournament. Bedford did win 4-1. Short ice in JFK. For those of you who know the ice surfaces, JFK small set of ice. This is a different ice surface, so Bedford taking advantage of their speed early and up 2-0 here.
On the face-off, Lobdell is fed with the puck. He gets it across to Owen Roberto. Leaves it there for Scott. He's behind the net. Roberto with it. Puck gets lost in the skate to the official. Bounces up, and it's intercepted there by Hanover.
Another 2-on-1 there, Harry. So Bedford's really taking the play. Hanover's got to make solve this issue here.
Pass across ice to nobody, and it bounces off the board and goes all the way into the Hanover end. They're not going to call an icing here, though. Now Casey Graham tries to play it. Owen Roberto checks him. Scott tried to get it to number 20, or number 10, Vadia. Couldn't quite do it. Now Bedford fires it back into the Hanover end. Bedford changes. Number 1 line is out right now. Parker Roberto behind the net. Coming out. Centering pass. Save there by Sylvain. Plotner was in position to make that save.
That was a nice save.
Puck up to the point. There's a shot by Giroux that bounces off. Somebody goes into the corner. Roberto chases it down. He's being checked. San Clemente gets it to Sylvain. He's in the corner trying to get away from a check. Drops it for Roberto. Centering pass intercepted by number 4, Obertang, and he just chips it over to his goaltender, Plotner, who puts a glove on it. 3:41 to go here in the first, 2-0. Bedford is up.
Yeah, and Bedford, like you can see, obviously if you're watching on TV, most of this play has been in the Hanover end, and they're just really forcing the play. Hanover's running around. They're running around way too much, and they got to get their wits back and get down to solid play again.
On the face-off, puck is held in the Hanover end. At the point is Spencer. He can't quite hold it down, though. Finally chipped back in by San Clemente. Rice chases it down for Hanover. Gets it up the board to Obertang. He uses the board to flip it up. Brian Greer chasing it all the way into the Bedford end, and that'll be an icing as well, so the face-off goes back into the Hanover zone.
Yeah, so right now, shots on goal favors 8 for Bedford, 4 for Hanover. So Bedford's doubling up Hanover in shots on goal. Of course, where it counts 2 for Bedford, that's where, leading 2-0 here with 3:17 left in the period.
Obertang wins the face-off. He takes it behind the net, tries to get away from forecheck. Broken up there by Nyland, back into the corner. Quinlan Kerr, he gets knocked down, gets back up in the corner, tries to get the puck to his teammate. Centering pass intercepted there by 13, Rice for Hanover. He goes behind the net to get away from a check, but instead runs right into Kerr. Now Nyland with it, back to Kerr. Turns the puck over to Goff.
Icing.
And this is going to be another icing on Hanover.
So definitely some work. If Hanover gets out of this period only down 2-0, definitely some work that needs to be done. And the head coach for Hanover is going to have some game planning to do here between the periods.
So the face-off is to the left of Ben Plotner. Puck goes behind the net. Graham chases it down. Gardner, for Hanover. He gets it up to Laycock. Tries to feed it up to Brigham. Bedford intercepts it, though. Fires it back into the neutral zone. Gardner picks it up there. He fires it down low. Now Laycock's going to chase the puck into the corner. He's fighting forward with Arhad Vadia. Rowan Wilson for Hanover in the scrum as well. Puck finally squirts loose.
Penalty coming up on Bedford.
So Plotner leaves the net. It's going to be a delay call here. And finally, Hutchins makes contact. We get a whistle, so we're going to have a Bedford player go into the box here. Let's wait and see what we got here.
You see their number, I think it's number 10, Vadia. Who are they going to call? No, it's going to be Hutchins. Hutchins is going to go. It looks like it's going to be for cross-check, but they're having a little bit of discussion right here, deciding if it's a major. Not sure what 5-minute major for boarding.
So big opportunity here for Hanover with Hutchins going into the box for 5 minutes. And this is a power play. Those major penalties, they don't expire if you score.
That's huge. You're absolutely right. So Hanover can pop a couple goals in and they still have the power play. So not a very good decision by Hutchins. And here we go.
So Rister there by Williams is deflected away. Back up to the point. Obertang at the point.
Well, we get a crease violation. So Hanover player was in the crease.
That was Cam Woods who was invading Shea Guimond's space.
Yeah. So by rule, it comes out to the neutral zone, neutral ice here.
So 1:54 to go here in the first period. 4 minutes and 50 seconds on the Bedford penalty. Puck goes all the way back to the Hanover end. Parker Roberto is trying to check Gardner, but he gets away from him. Now he gets the puck up the Woods. He fires a shot on Guimond. He gets a paw on it, and we'll get a whistle here with 1:40 to play.
And I think that's what Hanover wanted to do. I think they wanted to get it in on Guimond so that he would freeze it, get get a whistle rather, and now they get the face-off in the Bedford end.
So Obertang on the face-off. He gets it back to Gardner.
Oh, hit the post.
That was a shot by Woods that hit the post and bounced straight out. Close call there for Hanover. Now Gardner with the puck again. Tries to get into the Bedford end, too far for everybody. Sylvain takes it for Bedford. It goes up the board, but Gardner slows it down. Here's a wrister. That's blocked by Giroux. Goes behind the net, centering pass. And
now we got another penalty on Bedford here.
Charlie Plotner was taken down in front of the net as he tried to take that centering pass and get a shot on Guimond. And instead, we've got another Bedford player going to the box here for a hook. That's going to be
number 22.
Giroux. It's going to be Giroux going in. So two-man advantage now for Hanover with 1:11 left here.
So here's the thing, Harry. Not only now is Bedford down 5-on-3, they've lost their one of their two best defensemen in Giroux and Hutchins.
So Hanover controlling the puck. Obertang over to Williams. There's a shot. A big save by Guimond. He got the pad on it, and then he reached up and put a paw on it and get a whistle. With 1 minute to play in the first, so opportunity there. One of the Hanover players was right at the crease with an opportunity to knock it in, but it was Guimond with the big pad to knock it forward.
Yeah, nice save.
Now off the face-off, Obertang manages to keep it in. He's skating to the face-off circle. Don't forget it's a 5-on-3 here. Here's a weak shot by Charlie Plotner, and it kind of rolled off the heel of his stick, and that slow mover went to Guimond. He was able to make a save.
So now they're going to roll two defense. They're going to roll Parker Joyce is going to be on defense.
So on the faceoff, Gardner wins it, gets it back to Williams, over to Obertang. He can't control it, has to chase it down behind the net. He slips down for a moment. Gardner gets the puck back. Don't forget it's a 5-on-3 power play here for Hanover with 37 seconds left in the period. Gardner at the faceoff circle, shot goes high and off the boards, and it's going to roll out of the zone. Big break here for Bedford. They're going to hustle to make a change. They get one defenseman off, and Parker Roberto is on. Now here's a wrister there by Woods, and it's gloved by Guimond. Another big save, and we get a whistle with 22.3 left in the first period, and a two-man advantage here for the Hanover Marauders.
Yeah, so Bedford doing a good job here, down by two, and down by 2 men here, 5-on-3, keeping the Marauders at bay.
So Parker Roberto, the faceoff goes to the Hanover side, and Rice controls it. Now Law back to Rice, he misses it. Charlie Auk, we haven't called his name yet, he's down low. Puck bounces off of his stick, and Parker Joyce is able to break it up, and Roberto clears it and goes right to the goal. Plotner had to put a stick down, and that's going to do it for the first period. So 2 big goals there by Owen Roberto, both on 2-on-1 plays, but now at the end of the period we had a 5-on-3 power play for Hanover, but Shea Guimond standing tall. Resulted in 2 goals here. So here we go. We're going to start the second period. Still down 2 men. Sylvain out there along with Spencer and Parker Joyce, 2 defensemen, 1 forward. The faceoff goes to Hanover. Williams carries it in, fires it in behind the net. Joyce, he tries to chip it up the board, still behind the net. Spencer off the board, but held in there by
blew a tire there, and almost lost it.
Yeah, Obertang barely held it in there. So here we go. Woods with it, shot on goal, that's blocked. Parker Joyce, he loses the puck to Williams, gets it up to the point to Obertang. 16 seconds left in the 1 power play here. There's a shot and a save. Obertang with the wrister, and Guimond puts the glove up. Gentle Ben with the big paw pulls the puck down. We get a whistle here with 10 seconds to go in Giroux's penalty and 2:18 to go in the Hutchins penalty. Face-off is to Guimont's right. Hanover wins it, but Parker Roberto blocks the shot and sends it all the way back into the Hanover end. That's going to do it for the Giroux penalty. So now Bedford down just one, 5-4. 5 men to 4, I should say, not score.
Heads up.
Now Parker Joyce clearing the puck, sends it into the Hanover bench, and we'll get another whistle. Exactly 2 minutes to go in Hutchins' major penalty. 14:03 left here in the second period, and some great defensive play down 2 men.
Yeah.
To preserve this 2-goal lead for the Bulldogs.
Great job by Bedford to kill off that penalty. Now they get 2 minutes left in the second one and see what they can do.
So off the face-off in the Bedford end, it goes behind the net. Hanover comes up with it. Obertang at the point. He fires a shot, but Parker Roberto gets his stick on it. That sails up high, and another whistle here.
That'll come to the out. That's going to come inside to the. Looks like it's going to be to the left of Guimont now.
Right. Since the puck went off of the Bedford player's stick, it'll be in the Bedford end. So Parker Roberto on the face-off. Puck squirts behind the net. Hanover controlling it. Correa wheels around, leaves it there for Gardner at the point. Across to Obertang. Back to Correa. Backhand there by Goff. Saved by Guimont. Now back to the point to Gardner, down to Goff at the face-off circle. He chips it back to Auk behind the net. Centering pass intercepted there by Bedford, and he tries to send San Clemente away. He can't quite control the puck, but here's a turnover. Parker Roberto within the face-off. He gets by one man. Couldn't get the shot away, though. Great move there by Parker Roberto. Still trying to get the puck. He gets taken down, no whistle.
Yeah, and Auk got his bell rung by Giroux there on the other end. He had his head down and got a nice chuck there.
Now big collision. San Clemente goes down against Gardner. Parker Roberto behind the net gets it to San Clemente, but it goes off his skate and into the corner. Giroux out of the penalty box tries to hold it in. Finally, San Clemente fires it in, and Hanover tries to send it back into the Bedford end, and they do. Now Auk behind the net tries to flip it up to Charlie Plotner. Centering pass and a save right there by Guimont. It was number 20 Williams getting a weak chip shot at Guimont that he was able to handle easily. So 2-0 Bedford in the lead, still killing off that major power play. 34 seconds left in that penalty to Hutchins. Face off. Puck is loose. Finally Gardner comes up with it for Hanover. It's blocked by Campbell Vadia in the corner. There's a crush in the corner trying to come up with the puck. And then back up to the point to Obertang. 16 seconds left in the power play for Hanover. Shot there by Gardner.
Ooh.
And a little bit of...
yeah, it looks like Timmy Spencer discussing with the Hanover player where they're going to have dinner after the game there.
Yeah, that number 8 there, he was getting a little close to Shea Guimont. Charlie Plotner invading his personal space, and Spencer didn't like that at all. So now the face-off to the right of Guimont. Sylvain can't quite control the puck. It goes to the corner. Chipped up to the point. Obertang across the Law. His shot is blocked by Lobdell. Up the board. And Law tries to send it back down low. And now that does it for the Bedford penalty. Hutchins is out of the box, so we're back to even strength. Puck is fired back into Bedford end.
Nice job by Bedford to kill the penalty, Harry.
Parker Joyce. The centering attempt there by Hanover is broken up there. Now here comes Giroux. Tries to control the puck, and he does. Crosses the blue line and takes a wrister that goes over the net. Bounces off the board. Lobdell tries to control it. Bounces to Owen Roberto. Chipped up the board and out. And
I'll tell you, that ice is slippery tonight for Hanover.
Cam Woods falls down trying to skate out with the puck, and Bedford takes over. There's a long lead pass up to Scott. Now Owen Roberto knocks it back down low. Scott behind the net being checked by Law. Still trying to come up with the puck. Laycock for Hanover tries to get it out, but Owen Roberto keeps it in. Lobdell tries to center it to Scott. And now Tim Spencer takes a hit on the board. Here's a shot there by Scott. That's paddled away by Plotner. Bedford still controlling the puck in the end, but now it's turned over and brought out of the Hanover end by Brigham. Sends it back into the Bedford end. Little contact there with.
You gotta be careful there.
With Greer. Puck up the board to Scott. He's being harassed there by number 18, Laycock. Now that comes up in front of the net, knocked away. And Scott chips it up to Wozlak. And now here comes Bedford the other way. Owen Roberto with the wrister, saved by Plotner.
Roberto looking for the hat trick. He's
right.
got both Bedford goals.
Wozlak had the puck momentarily, but Hanover now is just going to ice it all the way down. And we get a whistle. 10-10 to go here in the second. Bedford up 2-0.
Thanks to Owen Roberto. Both goals. One assist from his brother, and the other one was from
Alex Lobdell.
And Will Scott, yeah.
So the face-off is in the Hanover end. Nyland's going to take it. This is to the right of Ben Plotner in net for the Marauders. And Seelig taking the face-off for Hanover. Bedford comes up with it, but loses it. And now here comes number 10, Bailey. He loses the puck, and it goes back into the Hanover end. Gardner's got to chase it back down. Gardner being checked by Wozlak. He's got the puck now. Turns it right back over. Now Wozlak persistent, gets the puck back. Hutchins fires it back into the Hanover end. Gardner behind the net to control it. Sends it up the board. Hutchins gets it back for Bedford. He tries to chip it up to her, but it goes out of play.
Yeah, it's going to come outside the zone because no one touched it when it went out of play. So 9:40 left here, 2-0 Bedford. A little bit even play here in the second period compared to the first. But still, Marauders haven't figured out Bedford's defense yet. Good solid defense by Bedford.
Lucas de Bonneville against Anthony Correa on the faceoff. Hanover controls the puck. In the neutral zone, here comes Goff along with Correa. Correa tries to center it. Loose puck in front of the net. Finally the Bedford players come up with a defense and they chip it out of the zone. Held in momentarily by Hanover, but here comes Hutchins to knock it out of play. Goff now up to Correa. Can't quite clear the zone, but now they do. Correa along with Ock with the puck. He tries to feed it to him, but it goes into the corner in the Bedford end. Hutchins along with de Bonneville trying to come up with possession, and now Arhad Vadia feeds it up to Matt Mirabli, but he can't control it, and Hanover fires it right back down. Hutchins behind the Bedford net. Long lead pass. Misses everybody, goes to Obertang. Now he brings it over. 3-on-2, shot by Obertang and kicked away by Guimont.
Yeah, he got checked for his trouble. He got laid out.
Little offsides here, delayed offsides on Hanover. They have to clear the zone. Puck is fired out. And Obertang turns it over to San Clemente. Sylvain, Parker Roberto back to San Clemente, and he couldn't get the final connection into the net there.
Nice tic-tac-toe passing, just couldn't finish the job.
Now here's Sylvain back into the Hanover end. He gets slowed up along the board, but he has San Clemente in front of the net. His centering pass misses everybody and goes out into the neutral zone where Woods has it for Hanover. He tries to get by Parker Joyce, can't quite do it. Up the board now. Parker Roberto leaves it for Giroux behind the net. Bedford tries to reset their offense. They skate out. Turnover now. Here's Laycock.
Nice block.
Takes a shot. Another shot by Laycock. Third shot, and it bounces in the crease, but they can't get it in. Now here's a shot from the point.
Oh.
Obertang fans on it.
Penalty coming up on Bedford, Harry.
Obertang gets by one man. He's behind the net trying to center it. There's a shot up tight, and Guimont blocks that as well. The Hanover net is empty. We're on a delayed penalty right now, and finally Parker Joyce controls the puck and we get the whistle.
Interference on Bedford.
But another close call there. Hanover had the puck just sitting in the crease with Guimont kind of sprawled out, but nobody can get a stick on it, and it's finally swept away. So it remains 2-0. And Giroux going into the box once again. We'll get the penalty call here.
Interference on Giroux, 2 minutes. Took the player out in front of the crease. But he had to do it. It was a 3-on-1 there.
Another good penalty. Yeah, sometimes you got to take a penalty just to prevent a goal. You always take that deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Puck in the neutral zone now. Campbell-Vadia tries to chase it. He's forechecking, still forechecking, falls down, goes behind the net. He was going against 2 Hanover players, and finally they break out the other way. Gardner over the blue line to Goff. His weak shot is knocked away by Spencer. Goff behind the net to Woods. Spencer gets control of it and he fires it down all the way. No icing, of course. Bedford on the penalty kill. Plotner comes out of the net to play the puck.
Had to play it.
Leaves it there for Obertang. Long lead pass up for Woods. Crosses the blue line, takes a weak shot that goes wide. Now Brian Greer tries to control the puck. He loses it. It goes to Williams for Hanover. Back up to the point to Obertang. Sends it down to Gardner.
Oof.
Gardner, it bounces off his stick. And Greer is able to just slip it out into the Hanover end. 54 seconds remaining in this Hanover power play. Bedford is still leading 2-0 with 6:08 to play in the second. Gardner gets away from one man. Tries to clear the puck, but it hits Parker Roberto. Now he gets it to Obertang in the neutral zone. They cross the blue line. Here's Goff. Leaves it for Obertang, but Hutchins breaks it up and backhands it down into the Hanover end.
Yeah, Hanover's getting the chances here. This is the third power play, and they haven't been able to score.
Now we get a whistle here. Let's see what the call is.
Bedford's going to go again. Hutchins is going to get a penalty.
So that's crazy. I mean, all the penalties are going to the. Well, we have four penalties now on Bedford, including one major, as opposed to one for Hanover.
The problem with that is, Harry, that happened in the back of the play. It didn't happen in the play. It happened. So something happened in the back of the play, whether he took a shot at him or slashed him, but that was in the back of the play. And the referee obviously saw it, and we're going to get a timeout by Hanover. They're going to try to figure it out because, listen, they're down by 2. This is their second 5-on-3 they've had, and they haven't been able to figure out Bedford's defense. So, smart play by the Hanover coach to take a penalty. Take a timeout, discuss how they're going to deal with this power play, and try to pop one in behind Guimont.
So Hutchins back in the penalty box again. Of course, this time just for 2 minutes. We didn't get the call. Did anybody get the call of what the penalty is?
Well, it's either, when it happens in the back of the play, it's either going to be a slash, a rough, or an interference. So, not sure what that is.
So 2 minutes for Hutchins and another 26 seconds for Giroux. So that'll be the 5-on-3 power play for about half a minute. Bedford still up 2-0 here in this huge game.
Yeah, so this is the opportunity here by Hanover to try to solve Bedford. I mean, obviously, how many more chances are they going to be given before they take a penalty on their own? But
yeah, I mean, when you're the Bulldogs, you don't want to keep giving opportunities to the Marauders by giving them these 2-man advantages and 1-man advantages.
Yeah.
Just too many penalties so far for the Bulldogs. They've been able to kill them off.
Yeah, but it
that's
puts
a plus side. But you know, you're playing with fire when you keep playing shorthanded.
And you put a lot of stress on your defense and your goaltending when you do that. You know how many opportunities you're gonna give them. And
do we have a shot count? Ben Bernard is providing the shot count.
So shot count for the second period right now. We've got shots on goal. Bedford has 2 shots, and looks like the Hanover's got 8. So definitely this is Hanover's period.
So they control the face-off. Gardner at the point fires a wrister that hits a skate and goes into the corner. Up the board, Gardner holds it in. Still with the puck at the face-off circle, tries to feed it.
Bad pass
to Woods, but that was behind him. Puck is along the board, still out of control momentarily. Here's a chance for Bedford to clear it out. Sylvain fans on it.
Nice block by Sylvain.
Gardner now with it in the face-off circle. Time is clicking away. Puck is covered up. Oh, it's very quick whistle there by the official. Guimont thought he had it wrapped up. It was actually laying in the crease, but the official thought that Guimont had the glove on it, so he blows the whistle.
Well, Bedford was able to kill that penalty. Now they're back to 5-on-4 for a minute 23. So they're not out of the woods yet, but they're halfway there. So let's see if they can kill off this minute 23.
Okay, Hanover wins the face-off. Law down low to Goff. Behind the net to Correa. Back up to Goff at the red line, or the goal line. Puck is centered out to the point, but it leaves the Bedford zone, so the Hanover has to reset. Pass up now to Auk Feeds it up to Goff. Goff at the face-off circle takes a wrister, and that just missed the top corner. At the point now, Rice sends it down low to Ock. Correa behind the net. Back to Ock. Centering pass to Goff. His backhand is blocked, and it goes out. Bedford fires it out of the zone. 41 seconds remaining in the power play for Hanover. Law bringing it in. It's broken up by Bedford,
nice
fired down by Parker Roberto.
Yeah, Jake Sacramenti got a hold of that and fired it back in. Nice play.
So Law has to chase it back down, or Rice, I should say. Now Law up to Goff at the red line. He's got Woods with him. He takes a wrister right into the breadbasket of Guimont. He covers it up this time, doesn't drop the puck. We get a whistle with 4:01 to play here in the second. 18 seconds left in the Hanover power play, and a 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, much better period by Hanover to come out and put some pressure on. They just haven't figured it out yet and popped one in.
Off the faceoff, Bedford controls it, but they can't clear the zone. Williams with it, takes a shot, that goes wide. Gardner now, he's got a chance to take a shot during the power play, but now the puck rolls out into the neutral zone, and that's going to do it for the Hanover power play. Back to even strength, and now here comes Sylvain. We got an opportunity here. We got Vadia. He tries to send it back to Sylvain, but that gets blocked by a Hanover defender up along the board. Held in there. Oh, that's a big check there. Woods taken down for Hanover. At the point, Parker Joyce gets it to Lobdell. Lobdell shot saved by Plotner. And now Gardner controls it for Hanover. Long lead pass. Try that. Yeah, it was a high stick, but they got away with that, or did they? No,
offside.
Oh, they're going to call that offside. So that was a high stick play by Bedford, but it went to Hanover players, so no whistle there, but instead Hanover was offsides. 3:10 to go here in the second period. Bedford up 2-0. Killing off not one, but two-man advantages for the Hanover Marauders.
Yeah, 5-on-3, and full-blown 5-on-3s, I should say. It gets a 5-minute major by Hutchins, and then Drew took a 2 minutes. So great job by the Bedford defense.
So Obertang sends it down low to Charlie Plotner. He tries to center it, broken up by Bedford. Now here's the pass up for Lobdell. He takes it into the Hanover zone, but number 26, Scott,
offside.
Scott, he was offside, so we'll have a whistle and a face-off just outside the Hanover zone with 2:51 to go.
Yeah, much better period, a little more even-paced here, and 2 goals are still standing here by Owen Roberto.
So, I mean, Bedford's been killing penalties the entire second period here. There's a weak shot that goes to Guimont instead of playing the puck. Oh, we have a little bit of collision here between Lobdell and number 18, Laycock. We'll see what the call is.
Stupid penalty by Lobdell. Just no business going up to the kid and cross-checking him. The play was over, and just walked up to him and cross-checked him. And
I think he might have thought that Laycock was harassing Guimont on that play. Yeah. He got a little close to him. The Hanover players have been kind of creeping up on Guimont, trying to get in his face, get in his grill. And I guess he thought he was defending him, but instead he's giving yet another power play.
Yeah. And I get that. I mean, you want to protect your goalie, but there's other ways to do it besides doing something like that. You can go up to him and gently tell him, hey, knock it off, but without taking a penalty.
Here's a shot by Woods, blocked by Guimont. Drew clears the puck into the neutral zone where Gardner takes over. Obertang brings it back into the Bedford end, still with it in the face-off circle. Looking for Woods, he takes a shot, Woods does, it's blocked. Parker Joyce up off the board, that's held in there momentarily, still with it. Parker Joyce tries to use the board to clear the puck, instead it goes into the netting. We'll get a whistle here. 2:14 to go in the second.
I'd like to, Harry, I'd like to, if we can go back and see how much time this period Bedford has spent shorthanded, I would say it's at least half the period, if not more.
Off the face-off, the puck goes to the point to Gardner. He feeds it down low to Obertang. His direction, his tip goes wide of the net. Now behind the net, Obertang tries to center it up to Goff, but instead Sylvain clears the puck, goes all the way back into the Hanover end, where Plotner has to leave it there, but Parker Roberto is forechecking there. Hanover beats the press. Goff. Oh, that was an offsides on Hanover, but Parker Roberto coming back just rode Goff into the board. Might have hit his head on the board too.
He could have got a penalty there, but I think the referee felt they were even together, and it was a clean check. So obviously no penalty there.
It was more of a kind of a diagonal
yep, you're absolutely
run-in
right.
instead of a boarding. So off the face-off, Bedford wins it, sends it back into the Hanover end. Obertang being watched by Vadia. Back to Obertang. 54 seconds to go in this Hanover power play. Pass up to Goff. He didn't see it momentarily, but he fires it into the Bedford end. Arhat Vadia gets to it, tries to clear it out. Gardner holds it in. Correa tries to get it to Gardner. Now it's back to Correa along the board, heading down to the goal line. He's behind the net now. Correa up to Gardner at the face-off circle. Up to Obertang at the blue line. Feeds it across to Goff. Takes a shot, saved by Guimont, and cleared out by Bedford. Hutchins gets it all the way down. Arhat Vadia on the forecheck, comes up with the puck. He's in behind the net, takes a backhand and a rebound. Both times Plotner's there, but a great offensive opportunity, short-handed opportunity here.
He is really quick. He's unbelievable. When I tell you what, if you're sleeping, going in your zone, thinking he's not going to chase you down, you're in for the surprise. And the defenseman was in for the surprise there. And
that defenseman was taking it a little easy going into his zone. He didn't realize Vadia was on him.
And that's not the first time he's done that. And it took the defenseman by surprise and got two nice shots and almost put one in.
So the top line out for Bedford now, still killing about 10 seconds of this penalty. Behind the net, Parker Roberto takes down one man, but it's held in there by Giroux. Now Hanover gets control back in the neutral zone. Parker Joyce, lead pass up to Giroux. It's a 2-on-0. Giroux feeds it to Sylvain.
Nice
beautiful save by Plotner. Moving across and getting a pad on it. Great opportunity there. Plotner's big save there. Keeps
save of the game right there now,
Keeps it from going 3-0. Now a long pass into the zone goes wide. Up the board to Williams. It goes out of the zone into the neutral zone. Parker Joyce, we get a whistle here. Another penalty call.
Penalty. We're going to get an interference on Parker Joyce. Took him out of the play when the puck wasn't there. Well, actually, that's Jack Sylvain that's going to get the penalty. I'm sorry, I thought it was Parker Joyce, but another penalty on Bedford.
I think this is the seventh penalty on the Bulldogs in this game compared to one for Hanover.
6, 7. I think you're right. You're absolutely right. So, I mean, listen, how many times you can go to the well here? And it just, I mean, fortunately, there's only 14 seconds left in the period. So
they win the face-off momentarily, but Hanover gets control. Gardner takes a shot. That's blocked. Clearing attempt. Finally, here comes a 1-on-0 by Parker Roberto going in all alone on Plotner. He takes a shot, and Plotner gets the blocker on it.
Saved by Plotner.
So Plotner with two big saves here.
Yep. Great job by Bedford.
To keep it 2-0.
Favoring Hanover right now, but where it counts, Harry, you know the score, 2-0 Bedford, thanks to 2 goals by sophomore Owen Roberto.
So Hanover controlling the puck now in the neutral zone, trying to get into the Bedford end, but having trouble doing so. Knocked back into the neutral zone, but now Williams carries it in. Woods along the board, trying to set up the power play box. Williams has it, centering pass in front, shot by number 8, Plotner. That goes wide, big chance there. Now up to the point to Obertang, his shot is blocked. It goes up high, Obertang chases it down. Go ahead.
Not sure what's going on with the ice, but Hanover's falling all over themselves all game long.
Gardner centering it up to Williams. Back to Gardner behind the net. A minute to go in the power play here for Hanover. Centering pass, and Woods is knocked down there. Puck goes to the point to Obertang. Sends it down low to Goff. Sharp angle shot is blocked. Puck is loose in front of Shea Guimont. Finally, Parker Roberto gets a stick on it and sends it all the way down the Hanover end where Ben Plotner sets it up. Obertang tries to get it up, but Hanover was changing. Nobody was there to receive that pass. Now here's Rice waiting for his man to go onside. Rice brings it into the Bedford end. Obertang waiting for the drop pass. He still has it at the faceoff circle. Centering pass, and he couldn't quite handle it. Number 7, Correa. Opportunity there, but he couldn't get a stick on it. Now the puck is loose. It's a chase now along the blue line. Held in by Hanover. Rice gets it down low to Correa.
He's going to do it for the penalty.
Correa to Obertang behind the net. Now we're back to even strength. Obertang still controlling the puck. Gets it out to Gardner. Oh, beautiful save by Guimont. Gets a pad on it. Puck is still in the Bedford end. Obertang takes a shot. That gets deflected. Luckily, it goes wide. Bedford trying to collect itself. Vadia finally clears it out, but it's held in there by Hanover. Pressure's on here by the Marauders. Vadia behind the net, loses it to Auk. Auk up to Correa. Backhand shot goes wide. Finally, a centering pass is intercepted by Vadia, and he just flips it down, slowly rolling for the far zone. We're going to get a whistle here on a icing.
Yeah, Auk had it on his backhand. He couldn't get a good shot away. Had he had it on his forehand, he might have been able to mark it from one of the corners, but bad backhand, he just shot it wide. So close place here by Hanover, but Bedford was able to weather the storm on that penalty, yet another penalty.
So Seelig on the face-off there for Hanover, but Bedford wins the puck. Lobdell, he fires it out, gets knocked back in, right back out, and now back into the Bedford zone.
That should have been a penalty for cross-check in the back.
Yeah, that against Greer. Long pass now for Lobdell. He falls down trying to go after it. Held in there momentarily. Lobdell still with it along the board. Owen Roberto had it momentarily. He loses it. It gets fired back down. Is this an icing? Yes, it is.
Yeah, Brian Greer got taken out of the play there on a cross-check by the Hanover player. Got away with one. There should have been a penalty on Hanover, but...
Yeah, usually when there's an imbalance in the penalty calls, the officials sometimes are looking for a reason to call one on the other side.
Yeah.
Liking to keep things balanced there, but they did not blow the whistle there. So Nyland on the face-off, back to Hutchins, scores!
Nice shot.
Screen shot from the point. Quinn Hutchins. It might have been deflected, I'm not sure.
That snuck under the pad. I don't think it got deflected. I think he didn't see it. And Ives tried to drop the pad, or actually I should say Plotner tried to drop the pad down, and it slid right into the pad for a 3-0 Bedford lead. And that's really going to be a tough hill to climb now for Hanover.
So I believe it was Nyland with the assist. He won the face-off and dropped it back to Nyland. Now here's a turnover and a puck up to Kerr. He centers it to Wozlak. He couldn't get a stick on it. Now comes out to Quinn Hutchins. Fires a shot. That's blocked. Behind the net now for Hanover, but Wozlak's going to chase it down and keep it in. Still held in by Bedford. Wozlak up to Nyland, and then Obertang takes over for Hanover. Gets it up the board to Laycock. He sends a pass across to Brigham. Brigham can't control it in the neutral zone. Now the puck comes up to Kerr. Kerr's got Nyland. If he can get a pass over to him, he can't. Drops it back to the point to Arhat Vadia. Long wrister blocked away by Plotner and cleared out of the zone by Hanover. Now Arhat Vadia sends it back down into the Hanover end. Laycock chases it down. He's being forechecked there by de Bonville. Cross ice pass to Williams. Goes behind the net to evade the Bedford forecheck. Held in now by Parker Joyce. He sends it down low to Campbell Vadia, but Obertang beats him to it. Obertang carrying it out of his own zone. His pass goes off a Bedford skate, but it goes right back to Charlie Plotner. He takes a wrister, and it's a save by Guimont between the pads with 10:33 to play.
Yeah, you're going to see Hanover is going to have to start taking some chances, Harry. Down 3-0 with 10 minutes and 33 left in the period. You're going to see some, I guarantee you're going to see one of the forwards start floating out in the center ice, and Bedford's going to have to be aware of that. They got to make something happen here.
So Charlie Plotner against Sylvain on the face-off, won by Bedford. Pass into the neutral zone, intercepted by Gardner. He takes a long shot, easily stopped by Guimont. Off the board by the Bedford defense. It's turned over. There's a centering attempt. Williams now tries to get it in front. Charlie Plotner shot. He fans on it behind the net. Nyland gets it across to Parker Joyce to Parker Roberto.
2-on-1.
Now here comes Sylvain, gets by his man. He's got San Clemente with him. Goes behind the net. Sylvain still with the puck. Now San Clemente along the red line. Centers it to Roberto. Fires a shot. That's a save by Plotner. Now goes out to the point to Giroux. Blocked into the neutral zone. Giroux goes back to get it. Parker Joyce up to Parker Roberto. Along the blue line. He's got to wait for Sylvain to get onside. He does finally, and Bedford makes a change. Law, pass up the board, too far. Taken over by Giroux. Pass to Owen Roberto. but he loses control of it. Now Hanover comes the other way. Pass too far, back to Bedford. In their zone, up the board. This is Scott. It goes off his stick. In the neutral zone, there's a scrum. Owen Roberto takes it and fires it into the Hanover end. Gardner has to chase it down. Across to Obertang. His pass goes off a skate. Held in by Bedford. Scott to Gardner. Obertang for Hanover. Tries to clear the zone again. Finally gets the puck up to Charlie Auck. He can't control it. Bedford fires it back in. Lobdell had it momentarily. Now it leaves the zone. Intercepted by Tim Spencer.
Nice play by Tim Spencer.
Now here comes Hanover in the zone. There's a shot by Seelig. That goes wide. Spencer gets it up to his teammate, Lobdell. Up to Owen Roberto. He misses it. Hanover takes over. Auck tries to chip it ahead, but Bedford takes over. Brian Greer. He hits Tim Spencer in the skate. He backhands it into the Hanover zone. Rice has it now. Backhand is blocked by Bedford, held in by Nyland momentarily. Now it comes out of the zone. Here's Curtis Rice trying to get by Greer along the Bedford board. Still maintaining control. He's being checked by Brian Greer. Still with it. Tries to center it. Goes off the side of the net where Quinn Hutchins takes over, gets it up the board. Held in there by Hanover. Brian Greer takes it back, sends it up the board again and gets it out of the zone.
Shots are even in this period, Harry, 3-3.
Now Hutchins has to chase it back into the Bedford end. He gets driven into the board, no call there. Puck is loose in front of the net. Bouncing around, finally a Bedford player takes control of it. That's Nyland. Now Quinn Hutchins over the red line. Takes a long wrister, and that's gloved by Plotner. We get a whistle with 7:20 to play in regulation time. 3-0, Bulldogs ahead.
Yeah, very fast-moving period in the third here. Not a lot of whistles, and that favors Bedford, obviously.
And thankfully, not a lot of penalties.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm sure Marty Myers must have been had a lot of things to say to his team in that after the second period, like don't take any more penalties.
So de Bonville on the face-off. It's won by Hanover, and Brigham crosses over into the Bedford end. Arhat Vadia chases it down behind the net. He's ridden into the board by
coming
Brigham.
Up on Hanover.
So that's going to be a boarding call on Brigham.
It's a cross check. Yep. So Bedford's going to go on the power play. I know you haven't said that much tonight. I think that's the first time that Hanover's been penalized.
Yeah, this is they had the first penalty of the game.
Yep.
And Bedford did score on that power play. That was
right.
a power play goal.
That was so long ago, I forgot.
Right. But now we've got Brendan Brigham in the penalty box for Hanover. And now it's Bedford's turn to be on the power play again. Sylvain taking the face-off. Top line is out there. There's Erwin Roberto at the point. Over to Giroux.
Now
down to Sylvain. Down to Sylvain. Setting up the power play box here. Parker Roberto back to Sylvain. Sylvain cruising. Takes a shot from the slot. It goes wide, but Roberto takes over. Now he gets checked off the puck, and Giroux can't keep it in, so he's got to chase it back in the Bedford end. Guimont tees it up for Giroux behind the net. 1:30 to go in the Hanover penalty. 6:34 remaining in the game. Owen Roberto evades a check, gets the puck to his brother Parker. Cruises into the Hanover zone, pulls up. Leaves it up at the top of the point to Giroux. He gets checked by Woods, loses control, and now the puck goes into the neutral zone. Everybody's got to clear out. Sylvain now tries to get by the Hanover defender and does, brings it into the zone. Shot through the legs of number 21, Graham. That goes wide. Hanover chips it out of the zone. But a quick turnaround now. Parker Roberto had to wait for his man to get onside. He gets around one check. Takes a sharp angle shot, just misses the far corner.
Yeah, I tried to put it home, but went over the shoulder of the goalie.
Hanover is able to clear it. Giroux all the way back in his own end to get control of the puck. He's being forechecked there by Rowan Wilson. Tim Spencer back to Giroux now behind the goal. Rowan Wilson still with the forecheck. Now Spencer's got some ice. Tries to get by one man, has to wheel back, gets it back to Giroux. 20 seconds left on the Hanover penalty. Brett Nyland now. his attempt to get it off the glass. Instead, it goes into the Hanover bench, so we get a whistle. 16 seconds to go on the Hanover penalty to Brendan Brigham, and 5:22 remaining here in regulation, with the Bulldogs up 3-0.
Yeah, not a lot of time left for Hanover to make something happen. So
Bedford wins the face-off. Spencer gets it up to Lobdell. He takes it over, gets by two Hanover players, fires it off the board. Quinn Hutchins tries to seal the board off. He can't. It goes into the neutral zone where Spencer has it. Now Nyland along the board. Lobdell's going to try to chase it down. He does. Lobdell behind the net. He's being checked by Gardner. Tries to get away from him. San Clemente now along the board, still controls it. Hutchins tries to get it down low. Now San Clemente in the slot takes a shot, and Plotner's able to hold that against his chest protector to get a whistle at 4:49 to go.
Bad turnover by Hanover. Lucky that wasn't a goal. Just coughed it right up in the slot, and the defense fired it right in on Plotner. Made a good save.
So on the face-off here, we've got Cam Wozlak. Kerr is out there as well, along with Scott. Hanover comes up with the puck. There goes Goff into the Bedford zone. He's being checked by Arhad Vedia, but still controlling the puck. Gets it to the point to Obertang. Feeds it across to Ock, but Ock tried to make one pass too many, and just goes into the corner.
He should have shot that puck. He should have shot it.
He really did. Now here's a long lead pass for Scott. That's too far. We're going to get a whistle and icing on Bedford. The faceoff will come all the way back. 4:26 to go. Bulldogs lead 3-0.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he knew he had that much time. He actually had time to stop the puck and set and take a shot, but I don't think he knew where he was, and tried to deflect it over to the side, and there was nobody there. So
yeah,
that was definitely taking the shot and hope something good happens.
Now Williams against number 20 Sylvain on the faceoff. Hanover controls it, but Bedford comes up with the puck now. Long pass across to Parker Roberto. He crosses the blue line, leaves the puck there for us. Jake San Clemente back down to Parker Roberto. Centering block. Pass is blocked. He goes into the corner, still loose. Graham now comes up with it for Hanover. Now a chip up to Williams, too far. It's going to go all the way behind the Bedford net, and we'll get icing on Hanover.
Now, it's not a bad idea. I think he was trying to shoot it on Guimond to hope that Guimond was going to play it or cover it up and get a whistle, but obviously just shot it wide for an icing call. 4:02 left. I mean, fast-moving period, like we said, Harry. Different period in the first and second. This is kind of like back and forth. Really, nobody owns this other than Bedford's goal, but like I said, the penalty's not coming back to bite Bedford, which is huge.
Yeah, that's got to be disheartening to Hanover. Bedford with the puck, now in front of the net, still can't get anybody get a stick on it. And now it's chipped into the Bedford end. Spencer chases back. He's being checked now by Rice. Rice comes up with it, but Campbell Vadia takes it away. Chip back into the Bedford end. Spencer recovers. Hanover makes a change. Graham tries to hold it in for Hanover, but instead it gets fired into the Hanover end. Too far, it'll be an icing on Bedford. Puck coming back now, 3:27 to go. Yeah, I was going to say, considering the number of one and two man advantages that Hanover had, and they couldn't score, that's got to be demoralizing for the Marauders.
I know what the coaching staff from Hanover is going to say. We had our opportunities. You can't blame anybody but ourselves because we didn't capitalize on our 5-on-3s, two of them.
On the face-off from the icing, Jake San Clemente takes it and feeds it up to Parker Roberto. He's got a man open, Sylvain, but he put it on his backhand, and we had one of the players run into the Hanover goal and knock it off its mooring, so the whistle goes off. We'll get a face-off to the left of Ben Plotner here with 3:15 to go.
Yeah, I guarantee they're going to look back. Hanover's going to look back at this game. So we had our opportunities, we had our chances, we just couldn't capitalize, and they can't let that happen when they have 5-on-3s. They have to score. Now
in the slot, Sylvain tries to get it to Parker Roberto. Instead, it goes behind the net. Roberto back behind the net again, looking for Sylvain in front.
Nice save.
His shot, big save there by Plotner, getting the pad on it.
He's given up 3 goals, Harry, but I'm telling you, he's kept Hanover in the game. Like 3 or 4 really big saves.
Yeah, it could be 5 or 6-0 right now if it wasn't for Ben Plotner. So long lead pass there by Hanover, misses everybody. It'll be an icing. 2:53 to play. Face-off coming back to the left of Ben Plotner. He's going to be facing off Laycock against Lobdell. Bedford controls it. Scott centers it to Arhad Vadia. but that's blocked by Hanover and knocked back into the neutral zone. Rice tries to carry it into the Bedford end. He can't quite control it. Puck is still loose. He goes into the corner. Brigham fighting for it. Goes to Gardner. Gardner tries to wheel in front of the net, but he can't get his stick on the puck. Knocked out by Bedford. And here comes Scott the other way. He backhands it into the Hanover end. It goes behind the net. Rice chases it down. Owen Roberto's got 2 goals. He knocks it back behind the net. Lobdell checking the puck, but Hanover gets it back. Now finally out of the Hanover end. It's knocked back in by Arhad Vadia. 2 minutes to go in this game, 3-0 Bedford up.
Keep an eye on Plotner. I don't know if they're going to pull him or not, but I would say no, but we'll see.
So Goff now for Hanover. Bedford making a change. Goff has it along the board, but he's outmanned.
Yeah, it's a penalty on Hanover. That's going to ice it. Going to get a cross-check on, I believe it's going to be number 18. That's going to be Laycock. He's going to be going to the box for cross-checking.
So much for trying to pull the goaltender, because even if they do that, it'll just be 5 skaters on 5. So Laycock goes in for interference, it's going to be.
Yeah, I have a couple words to say with Hutchins as he was going to the box. So obviously they've been chawing at each other all night.
Faceoff goes all the way back into the Hanover end with 1:41 to go here. Bedford up 3-0. You've got Kerr on the faceoff. Puck goes back to Owen Roberto at the point, across to Giroux. Down low to Sylvain. Sylvain drops it to Roberto. Back to the point to Giroux at the blue line. He's cruising, fires a shot that goes wide. Parker Roberto takes it back. Drops it back to Giroux. Giroux again cruising that blue line. Takes a shot. It's deflected. Goes wide. Owen Roberto had it momentarily. Parker Roberto has the puck in front of the net, trying to get away from a check. Goes behind the net, sends it up the board to Sylvain. He's at the face-off circle. Back to Parker Roberto, now up to the point to Giroux.
Yeah,
back
Bedford's just playing with the puck now. They're not looking.
Yeah, they're just. Oh, there's a beautiful feat to Owen Roberto trying to get that hat trick. Yeah. Didn't connect there. Nice setup there from his brother Owen. Now Roberto again takes a wrister. That misses everything. Sylvain controls the puck, gets it down low to Parker Roberto. Centering pass to Giroux, backhand scores! Jack Sylvain with a beautiful centering pass from Parker Roberto. And that's the cherry on top. 4-0 Bedford with 38.7 to play in the game.
Yeah, that's a great goal, but a power play goal by Jack Sylvain. And, listen, Bedford really made it count in the whole game. They held on, they weathered the storm, and they're going to come out with a 4-0 win, provided nothing happens in the next 38 seconds.
Well, I'd say this game is in the bag. The only question is whether or not they can maintain a shutout here for Shea Guimont. Puck is in the Bedford end. Centering pass saved by Guimont, so he comes up big there protecting that shutout. That shot came from Hans Williams, a feed from Cam Woods. But like I said, Shea Guimont making the big save.
Yeah, listen, if I had to pick the player of the game right now, obviously it would be Owen Roberto for grabbing the 2 goals. I think the other star of the game would be the goalie for Hanover. Made some great saves.
Yeah, he deserves at least a 3rd star.
Yeah, and the other star, I think the whole Bedford defense for stepping up.
The penalty kill, the special teams.
Absolutely. Yeah. You don't want to single out one, like the goalie defense. I think they all work together.
Off the face-off.
Yeah.
High shot there by Woods, goes over the net. And now here comes Bedford the other way. 21 seconds to go. Campbell Vadia tries to feed the pass across to de Bonville, but he misses him. But Bedford controls it in their own end, goes up to de Bonville. 8 seconds to go in the Hanover end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is it. Bedford wins. A shutout for Shea Guimont.